Forget everything you think you know about ancient history.
This city. It's actually decades older than Rome. This is the very first Christian nation on Earth.
Welcome to Armenia. Let's uncover its deepest, darkest secrets. The year 301 changed history forever.
Armenia became the very first Christian nation on Earth.
They carved their magnificent churches directly out of solid mountains. Yerevan Monastery is a masterpiece, carved from the inside out. Surrounded by mighty ancient empires, their faith remained strong. This devotion created the mesmerizing carved stone monuments. No two stones are alike, and each is a masterpiece. To protect their culture, they had to protect their language. In 405 AD, they invented a completely unique alphabet. 39 distinct characters that saved an entire civilization.
Their soul speaks through a traditional flute made of apricot wood.
Their ancient survival is baked into their sacred traditional bread.
The pomegranate is their ultimate symbol of life and endurance. This incredible resilience was tested by deep historical hardships. Many suffered, but the nation absolutely refused to fade away. They survived the difficult decades of the Soviet era.
And in 1991, they proudly reclaimed their independence.
Even their ancient pagan past still stands tall today.
The last standing Roman-style temple in the entire region.
A land where history is permanently carved into stone. 301 AD, a date that changed history. Armenia defied empires to become the first Christian nation on Earth.
They didn't just build churches, they carved them out of solid mountains. Yerevan Monastery, a masterpiece chipped away from the inside out. Trapped between mighty Roman and Persian empires, faith was their shield. This devotion birthed the khachkars, mesmerizing cross stones. No two stones are alike. Each is a fingerprint of eternity. To protect their faith, they had to protect their language. In 405 AD, they invented a completely unique alphabet. 39 distinct characters that saved an entire civilization.
Their soul speaks through the duduk, a flute made of apricot wood.
Their survival is baked into lavash, their sacred, ancient bread. And the pomegranate?
It is their ultimate symbol of bloody resilience and life. But this resilience was tested by unspeakable horrors in 1915. Millions perished, but the nation absolutely refused to die. They survived the brutal assimilation of the Soviet era. And in 1991, they violently reclaimed their independence. Even their pagan past still stands tall at the Temple of Garni, the last standing Greco-Roman temple in the entire region. A land where history isn't read in books, it's carved in stone. Forget the ancient ruins for a second. Look at modern Armenia. You might even be using their digital creations on your phone right now. Yerevan is rapidly transforming into a massive tech powerhouse. Their secret weapon? A revolutionary project called Tumo.
Watch the landing zone. Whoa, did you see that?
We got it, nice job.
The model is so brilliant, countries like France and Germany are copying it.
The fluid dynamics are significantly improved with this iteration.
And the thermal load?
It decreases it by 10 degrees Celsius, ensuring stability across the board.
In 2018, they pulled off the Velvet Revolution.
Thank you so much, officer. We appreciate you.
We are here for peace.
Now, despite closed borders, the economy is exploding with growth. Driven by aggressive exports of minerals, tech, and agriculture, including their world-famous, ultra-premium Armenian Cognac. They are rapidly pivoting to massive renewable energy projects. Modernizing infrastructure at a completely unprecedented pace. The city pulses with a hyper-modern European startup energy, attracting massive foreign investments from the global diaspora. It's a bizarre, beautiful clash of deep history and hyper-future. A generation determined to code their own destiny. Proving that a landlocked nation can still conquer the digital world. Inside Armenia, there are less than 3 million people. But outside, the Armenian Empire is massive and invisible.
Over 8 million Armenians live in the global diaspora.
You know them by their names, ending in IAN or YAN.
But I will not be silenced. Not tonight, not ever. This stage, this moment, it belongs to us.
This diaspora pumps billions of dollars back into the homeland, fueling the expansion of Yerevan, the famous Pink City.
A city with a relentless, late-night cafe culture that rivals Paris.
Where anyone can drink freezing, pure spring water from street fountains.
But nothing rivals the sheer force of Armenian hospitality.
To step into an Armenian home is to be force-fed with absolute love.
And their passion translates into terrifying physical power. They are absolute monsters in Olympic weightlifting and wrestling.
Every 4 years, the diaspora returns for the Pan-Armenian Games. It is an emotional, massive reunion of blood and heritage.
Because no matter where an Armenian is born on earth, their soul remains eternally chained to these rocky mountains. Fiercely proud, fiercely loyal, and completely unbreakable. To the world, it is Armenia. To them, it is Hayastan. A brotherhood that defies borders, distance, and time. Armenia holds some of the most insane world records.
The Wings of Tatev is the longest reversible aerial tramway on Earth.
Stretching nearly 6 kilometers across a dizzying gorge. Think Rome is ancient? Think again. The capital, Yerevan, was founded 29 years before Rome.
They even built a massive, open-air monument just for their alphabet. But nature holds the most terrifying architectural record here. The Symphony of Stones. A gorge of massive volcanic pillars. Cooling lava literally carved perfect hexagons into the mountainside. They also possess one of the oldest protected forests in history. Established by a king in the 4th century to protect wild leopards.
Guarded by the ancient, wolf-crushing Gampra mountain dog.
And hidden in the south is the Machu Picchu of Armenia, Hinkhot. An entire village suspended in caves on a sheer rock face. Their greatest treasures, however, are made of paper and skin. The Matenadaran Museum holds a massive book made from hundreds of calf hides. Alongside miniature manuscripts, so tiny they require a microscope. A nation that literally hoards the secrets of human history. Waiting for those brave enough to come and discover them. In 2007, archaeologists made a terrifyingly old discovery. A fully operational winery that is 60 once 100 years old. Next to it, the world's oldest leather shoe. Intact. But Armenians don't just dig, they conquer the stars. The Burakan Observatory discovered thousands of new galaxies. You can thank an Armenian for the color on your television screen. And the very first MRI scanner? Invented by an Armenian doctor. The wheelchair, automatic transmissions, the single-handed faucet. All Armenian. Centuries ago, they literally invented the color of royalty. The legendary Armenian red dye, extracted from a rare root bug.
Chess is a strictly required subject in primary schools.
A tiny underdog nation that repeatedly destroys giants in the chess Olympiad. Their culture worships intellect, logic, and relentless survival. Fusing ancient wisdom with cutting-edge digital engineering. They approach life exactly like a high-stakes game of chess. Always calculating. Always 10 steps ahead.
A biological powerhouse of human innovation.
Proof that true power comes from the mind, not the size of the land.
Visit Armenia in July, and you will get completely soaked.
The Vardavar festival is a nationwide, chaotic water fight.
A wild pagan ritual that somehow survived into modern times. In winter, they endure the cold by eating something extreme, khash. A heavy cow hoof soup eaten at dawn, loaded with garlic and vodka. But lavash bread is the undisputed, holy king of the table. Followed by gata, a sweet, intricately carved pastry masterpiece. The apricot is so sacred, it's the orange stripe on their flag.
Its wood is the only thing that can create the haunting duduk flute.
You've cried to its sound in Gladiator and Game of Thrones. And then, there is the legendary Armenian Cognac.
At historical mid-century conferences, it was served to famous world leaders.
One famous British Prime Minister loved it so much, he received hundreds of bottles a year.
To burn off the feasts, they danced the aggressive, stomping kochari.
At the center of it all is the tonir, the underground fire pit.
Here are some mushrooms for you.
Thank you, Mom. It smells so good.
Careful, it's very hot. Every meal is a massive, overwhelming celebration of survival.
A culture that devours life with an unmatched, fiery passion.
The ultimate empire of flavor. A sensory explosion begins in the spice markets. The secret lies in the complex roasting and blending of garam masala. Clay tandoor ovens bake soft, smoky naan breads at blistering temperatures. Rich, creamy curries like tikka masala have conquered the global palate.
With deep religious roots, India boasts the highest population of vegetarians globally.
Lentils and fresh paneer cheese are transformed into culinary masterpieces. The streets are ruled by chaat, where the iconic pani puri reigns supreme.
Crispy samosas offer a perfect, spiced potato bite for millions every evening. In Mumbai, the vada pav is the ultimate, fast-paced fuel for the working class. Everything is washed down with chai, the sweet, spiced, milky tea. The majestic biryani, a fragrant rice dish, carries the legacy of Mughal kings. Down south, the massive, crispy dosa dominates breakfast tables.
Coastal regions offer fiery, coconut-infused seafood curries.
Thick, churned yogurt lassi provides sweet relief from the intense heat. Indian sweets are decadent, soaked in rose water, saffron, and sugar syrups. Street food is the great equalizer, where billionaires and beggars eat side by side.
In many regions, food is traditionally eaten with the hands of a banana leaf.
Pass me the butter for the greens, Ampasa.
Here you go, Mama.
How much longer on the roast? It looks perfect.
A delicate balance of sweet, sour, spicy, and tangy in every single bite.
Indian cuisine is an endless, intoxicating journey for the senses. Armenia is the ultimate masterclass in reinvention.
They are literally hard-coding their ancient mythology into the future. A new, ruthless generation of tech startups is taking over.
Turning a landlocked, rocky fortress into a digital empire. Merging the terrifying brilliance of their ancestors with AI.
Meanwhile, extreme tourism is exploding across the untouched wilderness, offering raw, dangerous, untamed adventure to the world.
Paired with a hospitality so aggressive, you can't refuse it.
Red for survival, blue for the sky, orange for the apricot.
Like a grandmaster, they are always playing the long game.
Don't tap it, hit it, put your back into it. You have to dominate the stone, not ask it politely.
An army of brilliant women is leading this STEM revolution. And
the diaspora's wealth and power is flooding back home.
The pink city is burning, brighter than it has in millennia, under the eternal, ghostly watch of the sacred Mount Ararat. This nation watched the dawn of human civilization.
And they will outlast whatever the future throws at them.
Armenia, the indestructible heart of the Caucasus.
Beyond the cities, Armenia is raw, violent, and beautiful. Unmapped gorges hide waterfalls that roar like jet engines.
Winter turns this terrain into a lethal, icy wonderland, creating an adrenaline paradise for extreme winter sports. While boiling thermal springs erupt from the frozen earth. A playground for those seeking dangerous, untamed trails. Where the Bezoar ibex defies gravity on vertical drops. Ancient, shattered castles swallowed entirely by blood-red poppies. The biodiversity here is fierce, weird, and heavily protected. Diligen hides dense, dark forests, known as the Armenian Switzerland.
Hidden lakes mirror the ancient pines in dead-still water.
Ruined stone bridges whisper the ghosts of the Silk Road. Golden eagles rule the sky, dive-bombing with lethal speed. Mountain weather here will turn on you in seconds. Unleashing raw, terrifying elemental power from the sky. Only to instantly give way to a purifying, serene mist. Where every rock hides a myth, and every valley is a fortress. Armenia's wilderness is a masterpiece of violence and beauty. In Armenia, art isn't delicate, it's violently carved. They force brutal volcanic stone to look like delicate lace. The Khachkar is an eternal, mind-bending geometric puzzle.
Rise up in strength, we rise up together, we rise up in strength.
Engineered for acoustic perfection inside stone chambers.
Folk music here is fast, furious, and insanely complex.
Or it cries with the haunting, heartbreaking wail of the duduk.
Visually, Armenian painters capture the extreme violence of their landscape. Masterpieces exploding with blinding light and pitch-black shadows. But modern Yerevan is an insane playground of contemporary art. The Cascade. A gigantic, brutalist stairway packed with global masterpieces. Their jewelers are world-renowned for terrifying precision. Turning raw metal into heavy, wearable pieces of ancient history. Even their ceramics are forged from the dark, volcanic earth. Fired in extreme heat to lock in vibrant, permanent colors. Now, ancient war patterns are dominating high-end fashion.
A new generation exporting Armenian aggression as style.
A society that honors the past by aggressively conquering the future.
So,
What is the ultimate truth about this place?
It is the cradle of human history, holding impossible firsts.
A bizarre mix of dizzying world records and tech supremacy.
An invisible empire, fueled by millions of fiercely loyal diaspora.
To family, to life, to everything we've built together.
Cheers to that, we made it!
The best is yet to come.
Who will force you to drink cognac until you are family?
Who breed children to be terrifyingly brilliant chess grandmasters.
And who are currently hacking the future of global tech.
Armenia is the Symphony of Stones, roaring through time.
It is the ancient red dye that colored the robes of empires. It is the sun rising over an unconquerable mountain fortress, the indestructible pink city that outlived Rome itself. Fierce, terrifyingly loyal, and violently protective of its soul.
If you want a destination that shatters everything you know,
where absolute ancient history violently collides with tomorrow. Look no further than this breathtaking, landlocked fortress. Armenia is not just a country. It is an enduring masterpiece of survival.
An overwhelming emotion. An absolutely unbreakable spirit.
Thank you for surviving the magnificent soul of Hayastan.